Hey, can you hear me?
Hello.
Wow, it's a miracle. Miracle.
Hello, Master.
Hello.
Hi.
Wow, what a welcoming surprise. What a surprise welcoming. Why are you guys so enthusiastic today? Huh?
It's been a long time we couldn't speak to you, Master. That's why we are very happy.
Oh, long time. Okay. Good. Nowadays it's very convenient. At least I can speak to you, yeah?
Yes, Master.
Everyone okay?
Yes,
Thank you, Master.
How are you doing, Master? Where are you now?
Nothing going on. It's just the island side. I live in an island. I live in a cave island.
Oh, okay.
Island and in a cave. And sometimes it doesn't work very well with the phone system. But it's a miracle already. In the old day, you cannot do that even if you are a king. Right?
Yes, Master. Master, when you said that you live on an island, it reminds me of a prophecy from Master Bensa Duno. It was saying that a new island will be formed. It will emerge from the Pacific so that the Most High can finally establish his place on this planet.
Wow, it sounds very big. I only live in a small island. It's new. It did not exist 30 years ago. It's almost like 30 years old. Yeah. It's quite new. 30 years is not old, is it?
No, it's not, Master.
Compared to my age. Right?
Yes, Master.
30 years young, huh? 30 years young island and a cave. Just perfect.
It's incredible.
I like cave. I'm a cave woman. I'm a cave man. Yeah, just to compete with you. Yeah. Just the cave I have is better than the cave I have over there before. It's a bigger one.
Okay, Master.
Big but very, very windy. The doors are very big, both sides just blowing through, like a highway. Speedy wind highway. There was no door actually, just two kind of holes, big hole for entrance, two entrance. They're opposite each other, very big. That's why the wind feel the liberty to come in and out, back and forth from any direction. And also there were two holes as, windows. That's why it's very windy.
Oh, wow.
But don't worry about the big wind highway. There's a little corner that's a little bit out of the flow. And I put up a tent. So when it's windy, I'm safe in there, in the tent.
Understand, Master.
Nowadays, we have a lot of convenience, like a tent, for example. 30-second tent, you just bring it out, put it on a surface, and then you're safe in there, no matter how much wind. And the tent also protect me from rain, because when it rains, a lot of leaking from the cave roof. So maybe no need to fetch water anywhere, just standing under some leaking area and you take a shower, huh? Another convenience without any sophisticated help. No need any modernized help. That's what it is.
Yes, Master.
Okay, but I'm happy. It's good to live on an island, no matter how small. It just feels like a little bit more isolated, and it's maybe easier to do my job and concentrate inside, the inside job. Yeah.
Yes, Master.
The outside job I can do anywhere as long as we have internet or just a computer, and they can always bring USB for me.
Yes, Master.
To take out. Yeah.
Actually, Master, there was not only Master Bensai Duno predicting this. There was also a Korean book
Yes.
that predicted that a savior, who is the king of heaven himself, will appear on an island in the South China Sea in the Pacific Ocean. So it's very similar as well.
Oh, okay. This is also an island. Yeah. It's an island, but very small. Sometimes you see inside it's not as like the reality, because sometimes if you see an island inside, everything else is blurred, except that island. And then it's a different dimension in the heavenly kind of proportion. So small can be very big and big can be small. Okay, just like, for example, remember some of your brothers or sisters shared their experiences, the inner vision that they saw me, meaning your master. And inside, in the vision, she's very, very huge. But in the actual size outside, she's very small. Yeah, remember? Okay?
Yes, Master.
The mysteries of inside vision is not always easy to how you say, to decipher, huh?
Yes, Master, I understand.
Decipher. Oh, wow, my English is getting good. Speaking Chinese every day doesn't help at all, And sometimes I have to think before I can also speak Chinese. It goes both ways. Wow. So, what does that make me now?
The Savior, King of Heaven.
I don't care where and what, as long as I can work to help the souls, at least the souls of the so-called initiates, yeah? And my initiates.
Thank you, Master.
Then I'm happy. I don't care whether big, small, cave or building, wherever I'm destined to stay, I will stay.
Thank you, Master.
And wherever I can work, you know what I mean? As long as I can work. So this is a miracle already that I can call you. Sorry about the disruption before. It just stopped by itself.
Oh, no problem.
The phone, the connection just stopped by itself. Yeah, I see island. This island style, even the phone is feeling relaxed. You know how people say, when you live in the island, you relax. So the phone thing, okay, it's in island, should relax. And then after it disrupted, I could not call you again. It takes some time to return the connection, and then I can call you. But it's very, very good already. Imagine in the old time, the greatest king on the earth, they could not do this, could they?
It's amazing. It's
No,
amazing.
Genghis Khan or Kangxi or Qianlong or Vietnamese Trần Nhân Tông or the emperor of Japan or emperor of Europe. Nobody can do this, right?
True, Master.
Sure.
In the old time, yeah. Also now we are really, really blessed just to be able to talk to each other anytime we want, even if it's from an island. Amazing, really, yeah. Yes. I am promoted into the Lord of the Island now. I don't care if a Lord anywhere. I'm the king of the island because I'm the only one there. So whatever it is, I'm king, yeah?
Wow, yes.
Yeah. I don't need to be a king of heaven. I'm king of the island is fine with me. King of the cave, yeah. King of the island, Lord of the cave. Citizen of that nation and also, king. Because I'm the only one. Actually, I said I'm alone on the island, but I'm just alone in the cave. There are people, your brothers and sisters around. They're working to repair things around and to make it more livable for all of you.
To understand, Master.
For all the brothers and sisters in the Kuan Yin family. But of course, I'm the boss now. I'm the lord of the island, the little island, owner of the cave. Sounds very, very impressive, huh?
Yes.
You remember the book called Le Petit Prince?
The Petit Prince, yes, Master.
Yeah, there's also one king, he ruled alone by himself.
Yes,
Is
Master.
that correct? I remember.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, because a long time I read him, I don't know, 40 years ago, in France. And in French, I can't remember, it's correct, right? There's one king, he rules by himself, right?
Yes, Master.
It is correct.
Yeah, everything is alone there. the prince, he lives alone in his own lonely planet, and there's only one rose and one baobab tree, and the king lives alone in his own little kingdom alone and rule by himself, etc., etc., yeah?
Yes, Master.
That's what we are. We are all lonely here. We are all an island into ourselves.
To understand, Master.
But my island is real, yeah?
Yes.
The cave is real.
Yes, Master.
It's not like little romantic novel. No, it's real, and I like it. Yeah. And the Maya keep bugging me whenever he can. He say, "Oh, don't live here. It's not safe. Go back to the world." You know, blah 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 blah. I say, "Oh, get off my back. Bug off." I am fed up with this guy. He's just so jealous and zealous about doing bad stuff. Why don't he just leave us alone to let the soul to be free and not trying to always make disturbance and hindrance like that?
Right.
Okay, everybody okay?
Yes, we're okay, Master.
Yeah.
How are you?
Anything new? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, surprisingly.
Wonderful. Thank you. Very good to hear.
Surprisingly, the cave is very damp, but I'm okay, you know.
Wonderful.
The cave is damp, and when it rains, the water run all over. Yeah.
Wow.
But I'm fine, surprisingly. I'm good.
Good to hear.
I guess because isolation, yeah? Not connect too much with the mundane karma, whatever you call it, name it. There's only some monkeys around. Okay. Any trouble there? Everything okay? Any question at all?
Everything is good, thank you, Master.
Nobody wants to ask anything?
I have a question.
Yes, say.
Master, are there any recent insights from your meditation that you may be able to share with us?
Oh, yeah. I went to more than dozens of new territory, a new realm. Yeah. More than dozens of new, more 30 new realms.
Wow, wonderful.
Sometimes quicker. That's the only important thing, yes? To work inside. Otherwise, what can I do much outside, you know? I'm so small and old and not strong, yeah? Not young, not strong, and not big.
You still do a lot, Master, outside.
A lot outside?
Yes, all the work you do outside is also a lot, Master.
Oh, I don't feel that a lot. I just feel that I am not big, not strong enough, and not young enough, you know. And it feels a little different when you are getting on with the years.
Yes.
Lucky I don't celebrate birthday, so I don't even remember how old. That's one good point about it. But actually, I didn't want to celebrate because the world is still full of sorrow and suffering. How would I even bother to celebrate my birthday or whatever, yeah?
Yes,
Master.
It saves time and whatever expenses to help some needy people. It's maybe not much from a birthday party, but it still can help one or two people you to get by for, you know, a week or month or something, yeah?
Yes, Master.
And to them it means a lot because after 1 week their luck might change, or after 1 month they will find a better job, something you never know. Just in such a desperate moment, and then they can get by.
Understand, Master.
I went to the many different dimensions and realms, of course, but I cannot disclose it to you, okay?
We understand, Master. We understand.
Just one thing, my sister passed away, and she was a great saint, and nobody even know about it.
Oh, Master, we are so sorry.
Yeah. She was like Tai Tu Hua, without much power.
Yes.
But she came down to sacrifice, to add on like 3.4% for peace.
Yes, Master.
You know, it doesn't sound a lot, but it helps, okay?
Yes, we appreciate so much.
Because the master can only do so much. And there's some percentage missing. There are 4 people who sacrifice for peace to help me out.
Wow, Master.
To help the planet, actually, okay? Of course, the cosmic united, all this happened, but still humans, on master in human form, still need to do something. And the 4 pillars of peace that I tell you, Tai Tu Hua, my older sister, and the other 2, are still needed. Like if you want to succeed in some battle, you know, taking down some of the citadel, then it's better to have some insider and outsider, both together working.
Yes, Master.
And one open the gate from inside, and the other from outside stream in. Then it's quicker to win the battle. And one is Tai Tu Hua, one is my elder sister. She just passed away and in very much suffering, but at least not prolonged.
Yes, I understand, Master.
Nothing can help her. It's the destruction from inside organ. No doctor can cure.
Yes, we are so sorry, Master.
Yeah, me too. I was crying a lot.
Yes, so sorry.
I was crying a lot because she's such a great saint and she wanted to do that, and there's not much I can do, okay? I cannot. I'm not allowed to even see her, because if I went see her, then that her effort will be nullified.
Yes, Master, I understand.
Same with Tai Tu Hua, yeah? We still have two more saints still alive, but also not in a very good condition. My sister did not suffer just before she died. No, she suffered all her life already, all her mostly adult life, even in marriage and every other thing. But it's okay. We all do what we can to help the planet, to help the world. And this is okay so. But I was very, very heartbroken because of her greatness. If she is like a master or like Tai Tu Hua, have some magical power, even though don't know, and strong, and not too bad. But she's very small. She's even smaller than me. I'm already very small, yeah. And she's not like a high-level saint or anything. She just wants to sacrifice. Understand?
We understand, Master.
That is even more great. I was crying a lot, and she sent me a lot of love before she relinquished the tie with the world. But she still suffers some more days until she can be brought up to the fifth and then to the new land. Anyway, the new spiritual land that have been created. Okay?
Yes, thank you, Master. We appreciate her sacrifice so much also.
Yeah, there are two more still helping along. Each one is about 3% plus. Tai Tu Hua contribute the most, 4.4%.
Wow.
Master, about this place that you created, where is it exactly?
It is between the 11th level and the Eosku, in that buffer zone. And because the created soul, even though my so-called disciples cannot go and stay in the original universe, because they have nothing to do there anyway, but they could visit short periods, like a week or so. Because if they stay long, they cannot bear the energy over there. It's too strong.
Yes, Master, I understand.
But the goddesses come up and down and visit, all the time. And I am there.
Thank you, Master.
If the soul from that created spiritual domain or dimension wanted to visit the original universe, just to visit, it has to prepare for some time. I have to be more empowered in order to go up to the original universe, and cannot stay there because the energy there is very strong. Before they go up there to visit, if they want to, but I don't think anybody ever even want to do anything there anymore. They're just too happy. No desire, nothing. If the soul from that newly created spiritual dimension or abode want to go up to the Eosku, has to prepare for at least 1 week in our Earth time. Okay?
Yes,
but over there it seems like just a second or two, and have to be overcoated with some special energy, yeah? Otherwise they will not be able to sustain. They will burst into dust and disappear. Just like if you go to the sea, inside the sea you have to wear diver suit. If you go deep into the sea, then you have to wear diver suit. Otherwise you cannot go in there. It's too cold, and maybe the pressure of the water around you. And some people, they went to the deeper sea level. When they come back, they have to go into a special machine to recover, their lung and their other system, their organs. Even if they have oxygen a tank with them, even if they are equipped with special diver suits. When they came back, they need to recover, with a special machine. And that machine cost maybe about $500,000 US. Wow. And it's a necessity for deep ocean divers. The same, if you want to go to the original universe from the buffer zone, the new created land. The buffer zone normally don't have any spiritual dimension, but since 1,000+ years ago, Timkotu created it for his own people. Wow. So many people there already, a lot of souls there already, not just one or two only. I say new because it hasn't existed before, but it's not new, okay? It's not new like my island, only about around 30 years old. No, that one's 1,000+ years already. Wow. And lots of souls who has been so-called rescued by Timkotu since time immemorial, since a long time. They all went up there, okay? The worthy one. And is this better than any other universe, okay?
Thank you, Master.
Except the Iosku and those universe that above, beyond Iosku. But these dimensions, the gods, they have their job to do. They have the duty to safeguard so that the separatist powers from Iosku can be nourished and expand, to become stronger, more powerful. Each separate individual. Just like in a tree nursery, people saw some seed and then planted some small little sapling, but later on they have to separate them and plant them in a different area so that that tree can grow big.
Yes, Master.
Yeah. Are you sleeping or something?
No, Master.
Sounds like, Master. Is it too boring for you?
No, we're listening.
Amazing.
We're in awe.
Okay.
Master,
Yeah.
this is so amazing. We originally had thought that none of us could go past the 5th level.
Yeah.
So now that this is even near Iosku above the 11th, how is this possible? Do we have to go through some sort of cleansing process?
Yeah, of course. At the 5th level, we will take care of all that so that you can go up. Okay?
Wow, thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.
How long, how much cleansing depends on how you live your life in this physical dimension. The worthy one, the really selfless and sacrificial spirit go very fast, like my sister. It takes even within 1 week plus.
Wow.
From the 4th, and then the 5th, and then up over there, okay?
Yes, Master.
Master, how do we get so lucky out of all the souls, all the beings here? We just wonder, why are we so lucky to be there?
Your master is strong.
Okay, thank you.
Originally, because most of the people that are initiated into the Guanyin method, they are too heavy. I even thought maybe 5th level would be the most already. Understand?
Yes, I understand.
Too heavy. Yeah. But now I have found a way, so even the heavy one, if they're sincere and practice well, still can bring them up.
Wow.
I'm also very happy about this new development. Yeah. Even my parents, it takes many years until they can go up to the new land. Okay, recently.
Oh, wow.
Master, is it possible to describe a little bit this new land with physical words?
Oh no, oh no, I cannot. Okay, the closest you could understand, maybe if you read the sutra called Amitabha Sutra.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, it describes the place that the Amitabha Buddha created for his followers and believers. But that is not beyond the fifth, okay?
Understand,
Yeah.
Master.
It is between the fourth and the fifth. So the people who don't really have a lot of merit or don't meditate at all, don't know anything else, they can just be rescued by him. If they believe in him and recite his name, that is according to Shakyamuni Buddha, okay?
Yes, Master.
And it can be so, yes. And they'll be also liberated, even though they are not at the fifth level or not beyond the fifth. That's good, very good already. Yeah, the soul is liberated, never suffers again, never have to bear the pain of birth, old age, sickness, and death. Even you think being born is a lucky event. No, the baby suffers a lot.
Yes, Master.
Even scientifically speaking, they know the baby comes out, the skin at the moment is no longer protected by the mother's warm liquid inside. He was swimming inside and protected all for 9 months plus, and he came out, and all the radicals outside in the air, they attack him, attack the body of the baby, and it's very painful, like a needle pinching him or her. It's very painful to be born. First of all, you have to squeeze through the cervix, right?
Yes, Master.
Cervix, do you know where they have to come out?
Yes, Master.
From the mother womb is very painful already. Squeezing the body is like pliers. They're plying your body and come out, and then all the radicals and the bacteria stuff in the air, they attack him. So if the baby is breastfed by the mother, then he or she will continue to have more protection, because that's the element that he's used to since he is inside his mother. The connection, the immune system from the mother through her milk. The babies who are breastfed have more protection, okay, than the baby who's fed by, for example, cow milk or other milk. But nowadays, I think they say they have made some milk which very much resemble the qualities of the mother's milk. That's what I read. I saw somewhere they advertised on TV in Europe when I was in Europe. So maybe the babies nowadays are more protected, and the infant mortality is lower, much reduced compared to long time ago, compared to many decades or hundreds of years ago. And that's why our population on the planet is blooming. Yeah, in some countries, yeah. But in some countries, the younger people nowadays, they are too busy with the high tech and new lifestyle, and they say not all of them want to have babies. So in some countries, they're only older generations getting older, and the younger generations become dwindle. Not so many babies are born, and the new generation kind of dwindle a little bit.
Yes.
And the government are trying very hard to encourage young couples to have babies
Yes, they
by
do,
giving
Master.
them more subsidies and encouraging them, giving them financial support and other incentives, so that they are more encouraged to have children, and that they don't feel too overburdened financially. Because some young couple, they also have problem with financial situations. If they are young, just come out from college, then they have to work to find a job first, and then earn the money, and some have to pay back the loan, student loan, which sometimes takes a very long time, and then they have to rent or buy houses, which are very expensive in some countries.
Yes, Master.
Like, for example, in Japan, one of the several most expensive countries in the world.
Yes.
I can't remember much, but I think Japan, and then London, Paris, and what else I forgot.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you go to Japan, and in Tokyo, for example, you will see houses are small. Many houses they make on top of the roof of some building is small, just like a storeroom, maybe as big as my cave or a little bigger.
Yes.
And in most of the Japanese young couple, they cannot afford to buy any house because
Right.
very expensive.
Yes.
And even if they can, then the house very small, and they have to really make do of whatever space they have. Like the staircase, they use it for whatever, maybe shoes or maybe books or maybe other items. And the room they have that is used for living room, there are sofas, but then in the nighttime they put tatami to sleep. So one room can be used for many things, can make do for many use. It's not like some like Western countries or America, you have a living room separately and then you have a kitchen and then you have your library room or maybe working room, office, stuff like that. In Japan, not everyone can afford like that, unless they're exceptionally rich. Yeah, most people, they just have small houses, and the room is used for different purposes. So actually, if you complain about your office, about your cave, your special villa, bungalow cave, you think twice, okay?
Yes, Master.
You think Japan, all right? But you see, the Japanese, they are very developed, even though they have a small area. Or maybe that is the secret. You don't have to run around all day to look for your things or walking from one room to another just to find your stuff.
Yes, Master.
When I first came out to, not really first, but the first years of my mission, wherever I go, people, due to respect and love, they gave me the hotel room with the presidential suite, so long, and I always complain. I said, please don't ever do this again. After several times walking, it's very long room. Yeah. It's like a house, but long, and you walk like maybe at least 50 meters to go to your bedroom, and then another 10 meters to the bathroom and living room and conference room. Oh, I had enough of that before. Okay.
Master, you were talking about Japan. They're hoping that robots will be enough developed, so they will take care of elders now, since they're having such a problem with the younger generation not having enough children. And then they're accepting more foreign workers too now.
Good.
Yes.
They should do that. Every country should do that anyway, because according to research, we know on our SMTV,
Right.
The motivated migrants are contributing a lot for any country because they're motivated to work.
Yes.
They do anything, they really work hard to earn money, to take care of themselves and their families. They're motivated. They're not born spoiled. They're really motivated. They're really desperate to work. So they really work hard, conscientiously, and they really want to do something to earn the living.
Yes, Master.
So this will be very good workforce for any country. Any smart country would take in migrants and give them citizenship and all that, so their children can also have a good education and then contribute to the country. It's the same like every citizen.
Yes,
Master. Like native citizens. And then after a while, they marry the native, etc., and then become half native and then full native. Well, who cares? The whole world is the global village anyway. The whole world is the home. There are different rooms, the German rooms, the England rooms, the Japanese rooms. Who cares what room? It all belongs to humanity. So if they change rooms and to make it better for that room, then it should be a very, very fortunate thing.
Yes, Master.
I'm glad that Japan will do that. I'm glad. Bravo. Congratulations. Not just Japan, but I think every other country should follow suit. Now Canada is accepting more, 300,000 migrants, etc. For example, you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, tell me.
Usually astronauts often say that from the space, Earth looks like one big room. Like there is no border, no walls, no limits.
No. Of course. In the beginning, there were no border, no room. Our ancestors roam around from one continent to the next. Not to talk about from one country to the next. There were no countries. For example, American continent, there was no one there. Only the Native Americans. They live in tribes together without any trouble, without any borders. They worship the land. They make use of whatever they could from the land and from whatever God had given. And they live well until so-called civilization came, and then everything was different, and then they have borders, and then have wars, and have possessive conflicts and stuff like that. And it's not right.
Yes, Master.
So now I think we should go back to basics. There should not be any border, or at least accept from other side of the borders. If people need to work and we need manpower, then should just accept them.
Yes, Master.
In the old times in China, there was one king who has many concubines, just like every other king in the former life. It's their duty to have many concubines. It's not that they even want it, so that they can have many princes and princesses. Understand what I'm saying?
Master.
And then these princes and princesses can become governors of their country, so that they become like in the family, so everything will operate more smoothly. Number one. Or number two, they can be married into the neighboring country to form a strong alliance. So very, very wise, the Chinese people. That's why they became so big. China's surface is as big as Europe, the whole Europe together. And it could have been bigger even before, or it was smaller and then become bigger, for example, like that. It's because of the wise ruling.
Wow.
The king has many concubines, and he has three main queens, perhaps, but he still have a lot of concubines, and they all were entitled to bear children for the king, and they all will become princes and princesses. And go back to the story. In the old times, there was a king who could not have children, even though he has the queens and many concubines. He did not have any children. So what do? Once in a while, they open a party inside the palace. And then they let the strong, handsome boys from outside the palace, the citizens, secretly smuggle them in to have relationships with those concubines, the queens and all that.
Yes, Master.
And then all the children were born from there become princes and princesses.
Wow.
Yeah, and then they still have the same system as if it's from the king.
I see. Right.
Nobody needs to know. It was all like that. And then, so many princes and princesses they have, and of course then they rule the kingdom just like every other king, using the offspring to marry off to other neighboring countries to form a strong, powerful alliance to help each other. Isn't that wise?
Yes.
Not to talk about just to let the immigrants come in to work even. You don't even have to share the wives or concubines even. Just let the hard-working immigrants come in to help develop the country, to strengthen the workforce, and to boost the economy of the country. That would be a very, very wise policy.
Yes, Master. And there's also in Italy, they have the problem of the villages. They kind of see their people going to the big cities. So the small villages kind of are dying. But with the immigrants, they come with their children. So they settled in the small villages with their children. So the school can stay open, and the bakery can stay open, and the little shops can stay open. So the villages can still live now and can grow and grow and grow.
Wow, that's a very wise governance. Very wise. Oh, I like that. Yeah. Oh, that's very good. Because the workers, they will grow things to eat for themselves. They are happy to have land, to have a house, and they can develop, they can open their own shops and everything, and the tourists will be attracted also to come and have a look.
Yes.
Like special villas, like Iranian villas or Iraqi villas or mixed migrant villas. There should be some attraction there for the tourists as well, not just the workforce, you see? And the produce they grow from this earnest labor of love and diligence will even produce a very, very good agriculture, nutritious food for the whole country, and even export. Oh my God, there's no end to economy boosts from the migrants.
Yes, Master.
I don't mind to immigrate to Italy if they give me a small house in the village. If a piece of land, and then we go there safely and we can work for us and grow our own stuff and contribute to the country. Oh my God, the country is getting better and better. Oh my God, thank you for telling me all this. Whatever good news like this, we have to expose it to all the public and the whole world.
Yes, Master.
We have the means to do that. And that's what Supreme Master Television is all about, to let people see excellent examples, excellent governments, excellent people. All this is really very inspiring, exciting, and encouraging for me also. Whenever I work on any shows, checking the script for you with these exciting news, I'm so happy for the world. I hope you feel the same.
Yes, we do, Master.
Do you have time to even watch TV, or you just do your show and don't have time?
We don't really have time to watch shows, Master.
You must, okay?
Yes, Master.
Save some time. At least watch the noteworthy news.
Okay, Master.
Okay? It don't take long, okay?
Yes, Master.
Also, it's good for you to know what you are doing, okay?
Yes.
It's good for you to know how much you contribute to the world. It's like a salary. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, it's better than salary. Better than salary for you. You don't care about money, do you?
No.
Because if you do, you wouldn't have come to work together in such a small area in a forest like that and have just a pocket money every month. Yeah. But you're good. You have a place to stay, to protect yourself from the elements. You have anything you want at your fingertip, no? You just write and it comes to you.
Yes, thank you, Master. We're very blessed, Master.
And if you're not well, you go see doctor nearby, or doctor come to you even.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's all free of charge because Master takes care of everything.
Yes.
Like usual. Like everything else, the Master takes care of everything. Oh my God.
Thank you, Master.
You're welcome.
Master, it's also exciting to see more and more public access TV outlets on Supreme Master Television.
Yeah, that's another joyful news that I enjoy very much. And I have to thank all your brothers and sisters out there, who try very hard to expand our horizon, expand our television network. And I'm so thankful to God for such a disciples like they are. Yeah, I'm very grateful to them. I'm sure these people will go to the newly created land when they go. They're worthy, yeah. And so are you.
Thank you, Master.
You work for the whole world. You help me to work for the whole world, and I will not let you down, okay?
Thank you, Master.
God will reward you, richly, yeah.
Thank you, Master.
Through your master, perhaps. Through Tim Kutu. Any other question or opinion?
Yes, Master, you were talking about the land that Amitabha Buddha created. So the people who didn't get to see Master but sincerely pray and recite Amitabha Buddha, they can go to the land between 4th and 5th?
Yeah, that's according to Sakyamuni Buddha, yes.
Okay.
But they have to be really sincere and recite his name non-interruptedly.
Oh, wow.
Like they have nothing else in their mind except that names all day, all night, and really sincerely. And they have to even imagine what kind of land that is.
Right. Okay.
The Sakyamuni Buddha described that land with lotus and crystal pavement, crystal house, and gold pavement, and all the trees and the flowers are made with jewels. The land is brightened with light and jewelry. All the trees even singing names of the Dharma, of the teaching, and the Buddhas, and all that. They have to always have that in mind. They have to imagine all that without being disturbed or distracted. Quanting method is easier. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. All you do is just do what I told you. That's it.
Yeah.
No need imagine anything.
Yes.
Okay.
It's so easy, Master. Thank you, Master.
You're welcome. Any other thing? Any other question?
Master, when masters or saints descend as wise rulers or even like military strategists, how are they able to absorb or pay the karma of, I guess, inevitably participating in conflicts and wars?
Okay. These are the force of Maya anyway, the opposite ones. So that the master can absorb quickly because it's a master. It's not a normal ruler. Okay?
Right. Yes, Master.
But of course there is some price to pay. It's not like scot-free, huh?
Yes, Master.
But because such ruler is a master, so they can do it. But mostly in the conflict, these so-called master, they will try their best to solve the conflict with friendship,
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
like King Arthur used to do. And like King Genghis Khan, he went everywhere and people just surrender. According to what I read, very rarely any, resistance that result in bloodshed. That's why he went from one country to another so fast.
Yes, Master.
First, he sent people to talk diplomatically, and then he's helping them instead of possessing their country. And then they let their own people govern themselves also, not like go and invade the country and take the whole country and rule it yourself. Yeah, he just kind of formed an alliance, and the military action is only when really truly unavoidable. There's very little bloodshed, according to what I read.
Yes. Wonderful.
Also, you should understand that the Maya is always trying to oppose the master in any way. So they even manifest themselves into kind of soldiers to go and fight with the king's soldiers, but they are not real.
Wow.
Because they have power to manifest. That's easy for them. It's all phantoms. You understand?
Yes.
So even if the king had to kill these opposing army, they are not real. No karma. Remember, just like when I first announced to you that I'm going to make a retreat for 3 months? Yes. And then the Maya make a little bird trumpet agonizingly like an elephant?
Yes.
Like an elephant in pain?
Yes.
And then I have to call all of you, even though I did not want to contact any of you at that time. I had to call all of you to come up and search any injured big animals, remember?
Yes, Master, we remember.
Yeah, that's what is that. And then they send people to my room, but they're not allowed to come in physically, so they come and in the astral body and talk very loud, disturbing my meditation, remember?
Yes.
All right. And they even manifest the snake and all that, so to scare me not to go back to my house, or etc., etc.
Yes, Master.
Okay, all right. So similarly, they can manifest into big armies and all that, but it's all phantom.
Yes, I understand.
All right.
Master, I remember a while ago in SMC retreat, Master saying something like, Master's level is so high now that Maya cannot touch Master just through the disciples or the assistants around you that cause trouble for Master. But it seems now that Maya is able to disturb Master's retreat and meditation, making it difficult for Master. Or was it always like this, or is it recent?
More recent.
If so, what happened now that Maya is able to disturb Master's retreat?
Yeah, I'm also taken by surprise. Because the more disciples I have, sometimes they have different heavy karma. Recently, we have a lot more and more initiation.
Yes, Master.
More than ever before. Before, there's never a big number like 400, 700, something like that, 800. And now it's not an unusual thing. Okay?
I see, Master.
And most of so-called disciples, they came from so-called lower consciousness area of the world. And they still contacted or worship like local god or some ghosts or some demons in their local environment to heal sickness or to ask for favors, stuff like that. So when they come, they're full of garbage. And even after they got initiation, if they don't meditate diligently, they just come in and just want some favor or health or benefit or whatever, then these kind of demons and their ex-friend demons or local ghosts or goblins still can trouble them. And then the master has very hard time to always take care of all this, because these are some lower consciousness area of the world. Their consciousness is already low, and they're burdened with all these kind of invisible goblins or ghost energy, and it's harder to take care fast. And then the master sometimes have to bear these consequences.
Yes, Master.
So the Maya will use this kind of weakness time to come and trouble the master, like a leaking roof. That also related to another question. You asked why I cannot tell you anything new about the new realms that I have accessed and passed through.
Yes, Master.
It is because I cannot just tell you everything. Many things I wanted to tell you, but number one, it's not necessary for you to know. Number two, it is the Maya hear it and then he will make trouble.
Yes, Master, I understand.
Even just recently, some months ago, during these few months, I even just disclosed a little bit about peace-related process details. And the Maya said that will cost me 10% of my own peace from now. Wow. From that, because of that. So one time, and then just recently even, because that cost something, you see?
Yes, Master.
So they can disturb my peace. It's lucky that they won't disturb world peace, and that I don't care, okay? As long as the world peace is not disturbed or lessened, then I don't care. Because I reveal some of the info to you, and of course then the world also know how world peace comes about. Even if I did not plan in advance to reveal some of that, just some very small part, not even directly or not even big, not the whole part, and it still cost me 10% of my own peace.
Wow.
That's one of the reasons why the Maya can also disturb me, apart from having a large number of disciples come at the same time, at one time.
Yes,
They can disturb me directly even, no need to go through any of assistant or disciple that day.
Wow.
They even sent directly to me the disturbance through an entity called, he even had a name, he had a title called Peace Frightener.
Wow.
Means frightening you, scaring you. So his name, his title is called Peace Frightener. Even has a title, my God.
Wow.
And that entity manifests his power that rattle the lock chain of my door. As if somebody is trying to break the chain and mess it up with the chain, trying to break in. And he was roaring outside my door like a lion, like the sounds of many lions. It's incomprehensible what he was saying. It's just roaring sound.
Wow.
Like, oh, like that, okay? But bigger, stronger, like a loudspeaker. And then it cannot get in the house, so it sent some kind of flow of oppressive energy, dark and oppressive energy, through my door, and to kind of trying to pin me down physically. You will feel that, like physical, like somebody pin you down. The whole drama is just about 1.5 minutes, but it was unnerving. It's kind of unnerving. And I just stay on the chair where I work, waiting for it to come, to face it, to fight it squarely. But it moves away as fast as it comes, thanks to some interference by pressure from the protecting Ayovku's goddess. Then I feel free again.
That's very
I'm
scary.
not afraid of all that, but I just also need to feel well in order to do my work.
We understand, Master. We
The
understand.
Maya threatened to take away at least 10% of my personal peace. It's not just that he sent some so-called peace threatener to make trouble for me, but he also make other kind of trouble. All kinds of small things, big things, and make my dog sick. Many at the same time, so that I'm really, my head has to really kind of roll around in order to organize all that. It's because all the dogs had to be separated into different rooms from all the healthy dogs, etc., etc. It takes a lot of work, headache. He really punishing me hard, so I have to work as usual and then have no time to eat, no time to sleep, and I have to do all kinds of things like that. Just truly, relentlessly. So 10% of my peace is a lot already, apart from many other things that he does. The Maya, not just 10% peace alone, eh?
Yes, Master.
So this guy is really hateful. I don't blame anybody if they hate him. So I tell you what I can, and whenever,
Thank you, Master.
Yes, thank you, Master.
whatever you need, okay? You don't always have to need to know. What I tell you is very little anyway. It's like a pinch of salt compared to the whole fields of salt making in the whole planet.
Yes, understand, Master.
It's not easy to be a master. You have no idea. I also don't have time to tell you everything about that. You don't need to know anyway, no need. It's not all very happy or pleasant or happy ending or good luck and stuff like that.
Wow.
If I don't have disciples, no one can touch me.
Wow.
Okay, not even God Almighty. This is what I meant by no one can touch me. No Maya can touch me. But because of disciple, they do. Yeah, new disciple all the time.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
And people come in don't always meditate well. They don't meditate. Not all of them meditate well. They come in just ask for anything, healing or whatever, fortune and stuff like that. That's why when Milarepa studied under Mapa and before he departed from his master, Mapa told him, don't bother to go and save any human. Most of them, they only ask for mundane things. Just go into the mountain somewhere and meditate and practice to liberate yourself. That's be good enough. Don't bother with any humans. That's why Milarepa have very little disciple, or no disciple, maybe just followers. He mostly only hide himself in some cave in the mountain and even have no food, no offering, nothing. He just eat some plant to survive. Some plant that survive in such an area like Himalaya. Just eat them to survive. And then he looked green and grow green hair just like the plant that he eat. Nettle, I think.
Nettle plant. The
Nettle plant,
yes.
yeah. And because these plants, they have hair, green hair, growing around the leaf. So he eats a lot of them. That's the only thing he can find over there nearby, I guess. And it's easy to find in such a cold mountain like Tibet. That's probably the only plant he can find, or any other similar. So he grows green hair all over his body. His hair also became green. And then people see him in the cave and they were scared. They ask, are you... And afterwards they come back and see again and look like normal, but you look so green and grow green hair. Are you a real human or you are ghost? And he said, I'm real human. Remember?
Yes,
If you read those stories, yeah. I read it a long time already. I don't know, 40 years. Half a century ago. Oh, God. Time passed so quick.
Master,
Hey.
if a disciple has had magical power in past lives, how can he or she ensure that it doesn't activate and especially to cause trouble to Master?
Yeah, some do. Not just past life, but they learn in this lifetime. Some of them learn black magic, and they even came during all these decades. I escaped many deaths from these magic people.
Oh,
Okay?
no, Master, no.
Black magic people. They send knives to my body, but then it doesn't hurt me. It just turn around and drop down. But the invisible knife, people don't see it. But still, it will hurt you and you die. You understand me?
Yes.
Might not be immediately, but you will die soon. Or suffer greatly from wound. Or they use the magical power to push me, punch me and all that, and then they come back to them. Later they confess, for example. So maybe some of the old Chinese tape, you might find it. If they have not cut it away, they're still there.
Yes, we heard, Master.
At least several of them. And even recently, not long ago, a few months ago, some former disciples used the magic to harm me. I cannot return their magic power because they're disciples, that's the problem. They have some connection, so it's easier. It's just like insider spy. There's something they don't like about me, or they think I am not good or whatever, and then they just harm me, cursing and all that stuff. Oh, their soul and also cover with blackness, and I even have to rescue again. Not just at initiation, but one more time. And all that, they make me sick.
You're so merciful.
And no medicine can cure even. So a lot of medicine I return. And even if I take medicine, nothing helps. And it seemed like it helped one or two times, but then it's not really helping. It was one or two times. It wasn't really from medicine, but from my meditation. And the medicine helped just very little. And then later it cannot help anymore because the Maya put poison in it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So heaven warns me, don't take anymore. It's useless to you. And the more you take, the more you get sick because the Maya put some poisonous essence in it. invisibly. So I did not take anymore, and then I just heal myself with retreat, with meditation, and just with time, okay? Take many months.
May Master be safe and protected.
What, love?
Oh, we pray for your protection, Master.
Oh, it's okay. What to do? Just do your job and help the world, okay? Yeah.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
I take care of myself. Just do your job, meditate well. Well, thank you for your prayers. It probably helps. It's okay. Yeah, it helps. At least if you have love in your heart, then it will help me and it won't harm you. But if you just pray because you have to or you feel like you must, from guilty feeling, then don't, okay?
Yes, Master.
It has to be real, yeah?
Yes, Master.
Whatever you wish well for others, it always brings some benefit back to you in any case, because it's positive energy.
Yes, Master.
Master, you once mentioned that sometimes you have to use like a more masculine power to move mountains spiritually. Could Master speak a little more about what she does?
It's just like a metaphor, you know. It's not like I move mountain. What for? The mountain is okay where they are. It's just an example. Like sometimes the disciples are so heavily burdened with karma or heavily possessed because he or he doesn't meditate well and just so mundane and thinking of all kind of not clean and not pure thought or desire. Then I have to maybe like yell at them, you know. It's like using the power to move the mountain. That's just the example, the comparison.
Understand, Master.
Yeah, is it clear to you?
Yes, Master. And we remember, is it the Buddha who said that if the karma of one person could be seen in physical form, it would fill the whole universe?
Yeah.
So we can imagine it would take a pretty mighty power to push those aside.
That's why not everyone can become a master. That's why in every generation there's only one or two masters at one time.
Yes, Master.
You have to be super, super powerful, super strong.
Master, I just have a curiosity question. Master's often said that heaven tells Master to wear Master's hair and clothes a certain way. Like sometimes Master has to wear her hair up or has to wear a certain type of clothes when Master sees disciples. May we know why heaven would like Master to wear her hair blonde, for example, or is it to have more affinity with humans on the planet?
It's just the way it should look to appeal to people. That's why you see sometimes some of your brother and sister before initiation, they have seen Master Thanh Hải in different outfits already before he even wears it.
Right.
Yes.
Before he even got initiation. And then after that, after initiation or before initiation, he came into one of your brother and sister initiates the house and saw the photos. Oh, this is the one I saw in my dream, or the one who came and rescued me in my accident or whatever, or the one who took my mother, father up to heaven. This is the one. She wear like this clothes. Remember?
Yes, Master.
Okay. So everything, it has to go according to plan. That's all. Because some people are familiar with that type of image in the past life or in this life, a long time ago or in heaven. They see that and they recognize it, and that empower them to remember more and then encourage them or remind them to go to get the key for spiritual practice from the Master.
But it seems unique to Master because we don't see other masters doing that.
Your Master is unique. Sorry. Yeah, not everyone can go to the original universe also. Okay, so you have a problem with my clothing? Yeah?
No, Master.
Actually, only when I go out see people, mostly when I am in my cave. I have only a few pair of simple clothes. I like simple clothes.
Yes, Master.
It's less complicated, easy to wear, easy to wash.
Yes.
And they feel more relaxed than in the official clothes, okay?
Yes, Master.
Understand, Master.
And the hair, I just put it on top like a tuft, on top of my head. It's simple, easy. Yeah. No need to dress up, nothing. But don't worry, different masters, they do different things, okay? Accordingly. Like Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, sometimes in some photos you saw him like a man, but in many of the photos she wear beautiful clothes, yeah?
Yes, Master.
She wear normal beautiful clothes. Anything the Master has to do is for the human or for the beings, yeah? Not for her himself.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Because if I really like luxury, you can ask yourself, why would I live in a cave instead of a big luxury building, huh?
True, Master.
Sure.
Because I just don't care about any of those things. Whatever I have to do, I do. Wherever I have to stay, I stay. Okay?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Whatever I have to wear, I wear. Or not wear. You don't know, wearing official clothes and ornaments and all that is kind of also troublesome and burdensome and time-consuming.
Yes, Master. I
Yes,
understand.
Master.
And when I'm alone, to wear a bracelet or earring sometimes is troublesome. Okay? All right. What else?
Master, once you mentioned that spiritual blessing lines in India have gone down in spite of having so many saints born in India and practicing in India. Is this because of some people not practicing spiritually or not enough people being vegetarian or vegan?
Yeah, all kinds. All of them. There's a pity in the old time, maybe India is more spiritually inclined. But at least there are still a lot of people, at least they recite God's name and they do things, at least they remember something more than the mundane life, okay?
Yes.
They are more desirous for God than many other countries, at least. It's just that the lineage of the real spiritual practice is not always available to the people. So mostly they just worship the statues or recite some past master's names.
Yes,
Yes, Master.
It's still better than many countries who don't even think about that. Many people don't even remember to recite God's name or don't even think of God or pray.
Yes, Master.
Any other question?
Yes, Master. The new land that Master created, does it have a name? And if so, would Master be able to share with us?
It's not a land, actually.
Oh, what is it?
It's a spiritual dimension we just call land, but it's not land like the new land that we bought. Otherwise, we could buy, many new land for you guys. I wish it was so easy. I just buy new land for you. Yeah. Oh, apropos, come to the new land. Actually, I never thought of giving it a name. I will, okay?
Okay, Master.
Yeah, because over there we don't care about names or fame and stuff like that. We don't even think like what we think here, because everybody knows that land. It's just Timkotu's domain, yeah? Okay?
Yes, Master.
Timkotu created it. Talking about the new land, it's look, we can have room, but even not enough for all the people when they came. And you are better where you are, because over there at least each of you have a private quarter to retreat to when you want to rest and sleep.
Yes, Master.
In the new land, they look like a lot, but then when the people come, I don't know where to put you. Last time, I thought nobody have to put up tent anymore because they already existed, some building, a 5-story, but still doesn't have enough room for people. They still need to put up 10.
Wow.
Never mind, maybe in the future it will be different. You okay where you are right now, okay?
Okay, Master.
So whenever you need, whenever you can or appropriately, you can come and have a look, but it's nothing to envy. It already exists. You are better off where you are, okay? More private, and you have your private place to go back to rest.
Yes,
okay?
Master.
Any other question?
Master, at the end of the last conference, Master asked us to remind you about the Korean leaders, that if you had any affinity with them, because we asked and you didn't think about it nor checked on this at that time.
I see. Yeah, I was one of your queen before and king before. And these 2 leaders.
Wow, 2 leaders.
They are friends. They're my friends. Huh? What? What? Wow.
Oh, the 2 leaders were Master's friends?
Yeah. But they don't remember. Don't say anything. Especially the North Korean leader is a good friend.
Oh, wow.
From my life. 200 years ago, we were still together as friends. But of course, I won't remember anything. Well, you can see the way he behaves, yeah?
Yes, Master.
So he must have some spiritual inclination in him, some spiritual seeds in him, yeah?
Yes.
Some spiritual tendency inside him, in his soul. The way he behaves is a very gentle and happy and kind person, huh?
Yes,
And easygoing and really for peace so fast. I don't remember very much detail. I don't want to go into the past. It's not always good. There was a queen of Korea. I was one time. This queen, she was very good and wise. The queen who ruled the country even, not just the queen of a king.
Yes, Master.
First, she was the queen of a king, but later she ruled the country for a while. Until another bad king come and make trouble, and then she had to retreat somewhere, maybe in the north area, to the north or something.
Yes, Master.
Also, sometime I was king also. Not only that time.
Wow, 2 times, not just 1 time, Master.
No, not just 2 times, several times.
Wow.
It's just one time was the queen, okay? One time was the queen, ruler queen.
Master, I did some research. I think I know the queen you're talking about.
Yeah? I don't remember Korean name, sorry.
Could I please share a little bit?
Yeah, tell me.
Oh, so there was one queen who actually did rule, as Master say, as the only monarch, Seondeok Yewang, Queen Seondeok of the Shilla Kingdom, in the early 7th century. And I just wanted to share that I found out that she was really generous and benevolent and wise.
Yeah.
She helped Korea survive difficult times during the warring 3 kingdoms through diplomacy. And she would do things like send out inspectors to make sure that the vulnerable people were taken care of. And she reduced the taxes. She was a devout Buddhist.
Yeah. That's what she was. Yes.
Yes. Wonderful, Master. And there was also another great king. And I'm just guessing, but I think Master was Sejongdaewang. Of the 15th century, and he's known more of like a scholar. He himself was a gifted linguist, and he was very famous for creating the Korean phonetic alphabet. He was so compassionate. He wanted to give his subjects an alphabet so they could read and write. Otherwise, they'd have to learn Chinese, which is hard. So,
yeah.
And of course, culture and literature flourished under his reign as well.
Not just about the language, yeah.
Yes.
At that time, China was kind of overpowering Korea because Korea is small, Yes. So the Korean has to be strong and more independent. That's why the king created this, okay?
Yes, Master.
So that the Korean people had an identity and they become more independent and themselves than Korean instead, okay? At that time, most of the old time, they call themselves Gaoli. From Chinese name is Gaoli, meaning high and beautiful.
Yes, Master.
Gao means high, yeah? Yes. And Li means Mei Li. Mei Li in Chinese means beautiful.
Yes, Korea.
Yeah, but in Chinese it's called Gao Li. Wow. Gao Li and Da Han, or your country's name. Sometimes the Vietnamese still refer to your country as Gao Li. We have also in Chinese, we have Gao Li Chai.
Yes.
Gao Li Chai means the cabbage. They call it Gao Li Chai. Yeah, cabbage. They call it Gao Li Chai, which means the vegetable from Korea. Korean vegetable. Maybe at that time only Korean had this kind of cabbage. And now we have it everywhere, or maybe before the transportation or the communication between countries are not that convenient. So the Chinese only know this vegetable from your country, or Gao Li Chai. Gao Li means your country. A high and beautiful vegetable. I guess that's what it is. You already feel like I have connection with your country. That's why you did research in advance without telling me. Thank you for telling me.
Master, I just wanted to do research to prepare, and I thought Master would be only one of those rulers, but Master was both.
Yeah. Two, at least 2.
Wow.
At least 2. That's incredible.
Let me look. Only 3 times, actually. 2 times kings and 1 time queen. Oh, better than nothing? Better than nothing, yeah? Yeah. And I must have been those good kings because I cannot be bad. Can I? No. I have been in this planet, oh God, a long, long time. Become kings and queens and founders of many religious monks and nuns order. I was also Pantajali. You know Pantajali, one of the very famous monk, founder of Pantajali spiritual school in India for monks.
Yes, Master.
Very strict monk order. Okay, because sometimes they say they are monk and nun, but they married and all that stuff. But in the Pantajali system, it was very strict. Okay.
Yes, Master, I understand.
It's just like the system in Tibet with Tsongkhapa, real monk, real nun, not married, no girlfriend, nothing. These spiritual leaders, they form monks' order, then it's really monk, real monk. Asceticism, not too extreme, but pure, okay?
Yes, Master.
Celibate, what do you call it? Celibacy, yeah? Okay? Yeah, they uphold that. Any other question?
Yes, Master.
Any other want me to be king and queen in your country?
Master just said that she has been on this planet for many thousands of years. What made Master decide to create the new spiritual land 1,000 years ago? Or when was the spiritual land created?
Yeah, because there are some leftover, so-called leftover humanities who also want to practice, but they have too much burden with karma, and other master cannot do it, and other master don't have enough affinity to create, to give them room in their own created domain.
I see.
You have to have affinity with the disciples. Like the Buddha, you see he reincarnate again and again in different kind of forms, yeah, in animal form, human form, even divas form in heaven, etc., in order to have affinity with all of them.
Yes, Master.
I don't need all that affinity.
Yeah.
I mean, your master, not I, not the physical. Tim Kotu, you understand?
Understand, Master.
Tim Kotu doesn't need all that troublesome affinity. If some people really yearn to go home and suffer too much and call out for help, even just one time, he will help. Okay?
Wow.
Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.
Because it's Tim Kotu.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Any other question?
No, Master, that's all we have. Thank you so much for answering all those questions.
I cannot hear you.
No, Master, that's all we have.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, thank you so much, Master, for your time.
Wonderful. I thought you might ask forever today. If you know your master have a lot of paperwork to do, then you know why I'm laughing and happy. I haven't even had breakfast. So
Wow.
I'll try to grab something, even though it's a little late. If I'm hungry, if I'm not, then I don't have to. Okay? I must do some work now. I'm glad that's all you have.
Thank you so much,
Thank you, Master.
And I talk to you again another time, huh?
Yes,
Okay?
Master. Thank you.
Love you. Love your work. Love your devotion. And love your pure, selfless intention. Keep all that. Okay?
Thank you, Master.
Then you will be in the new created spiritual domain. All right?
Wow, thank you, Master.
Okay, God bless you all, and God love you. Heaven protect you.
Thank you, Master.
All right. Ciao. Love you.